there, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to this Football Manager 2020 series with FC Barcelona. Today, two more massive games. First off, we have Celtic coming to the Camp Nou in our Champions League group, and we've also got a home game with Sevilla in La Liga. You can see already we've had a couple of matches go on. We have this now, don't we? A couple of 6 o'clock kickoffs. Arsenal have won in Greece with a last-minute Douglas Costa goal in our group, of course, and Dinamo Kiev beat Levante as well. Since the last video, then, we have played 2 games. We won them both away from home. We won them both 3-1. This one against Athletic Club is probably the pick of the bunch because it was all down to me. We were 1-0 down at half-time. I roasted them because we were terrible. Came out and blitzed them in the second half. Kimpembe, Griezmann and Dani Olmo getting the goals. Dani Olmo came off the bench actually for his as well, which was really nice to see. And then we went away to Madrid, to Vallecas, and we beat Rayo 3-1 again, as we say. Griezmann, Regani and Messi had us 3-0 up in the first half. Leonardo Ulloa got one back for Rayo in the last 10 minutes. So today we go in, if we just remind ourselves of the group, Arsenal with that win then are on 6 points. If we do happen to lose to Celtic here, we are in real danger of not getting out of the group. So we need to get the win here. And then, of course, we go into the double-header with Olympiacos. So that should be okay. But Celtic won their first game 5-0. We'll have a little bit of a look at Sevilla ahead of that game. I forgot to tell you there was one transfer that we made that we did on deadline day he's classed as he was classed as a wonder kid when we went in for him. Sandro Tonali. He's a pretty decent player. He likes to be a defensive midfielder. But he can play that deep line playmaker defend position. He looks pretty decent. We're struggling a little bit on that. We've got Thiago that can play there, but obviously he's getting on a bit. Sergio Busquets, of course, he's getting on a bit. This guy looks good. We've bought him and we've sent him straight back to Brescia on loan as part of the deal. So he will join us in the summer. But he's looking okay. He looks like he could add something to the squad. I just wanted to get involved on transfer deadline day, to be honest. I just wanted to spend a bit of money. I'm not going to apologise for that. I just wanted to. Right, this is the team that we're going to go with. It's a very good team. Jan Vertonghen, I'm struggling to give him game time. It is his last season his second and last season at the club. I just, I don't want to play him really because I want to give Kimpembe games. I'm kind of thinking in the winter window I will bring Jorge Cuenca back from his loan, and then he can take up the role of the backup. Emerson as well. I'm trying to get him on the pitch for a few minutes each game just to get his fitness up. But yeah, that's the team we're going with. Dani Olmo is in red hot form, so he keeps his place in the team. Antoine Griezmann is scoring goals, so he keeps his place. Lautaro is on the bench at the minute. We just have some nice depth now. We are struggling a little bit in midfield to pick a settled lineup, and I think it is having an effect. I know a couple of you have commented on that. It is having a little bit of an effect on our performances, I think. But today we should be winning this match. Just go out there and carry on straight from where you left off is what I'm going to say. And then, do you know what I'm going to say here? You've got what it takes. I should actually have said I expect to see a good performance, shouldn't I? Really? Yeah, we've got what it takes to win. One question, off we go. Right. Let's bring up the latest event updates. I prefer having that when we've got multiple matches going on. So yeah, we should be winning this one. Celtic, as we say, they did win 5-0 against Olympiacos. Giroud got a hat-trick, didn't he, that day? But we've got a goal straight away, 5 minutes in, and it's Kimpembe who cannot stop scoring this season. He has scored 3 now in all competitions. We saw him score that absolute screamer, didn't we, from 20 yards before. I'm really no idea what happened there. Griezmann seemed to get a touch on it. And Kimpembe puts it away. Manchester City have got a goal in, is that Dortmund or Gladbach? It is Dortmund. Ajax have beaten Juventus as well, so a couple of early goals elsewhere. That's a really good start. That will really settle our nerves. I can now just maybe drop a little get creative in there. Didn't go down very well. Thiago pressured. Frankie de Jong inspired. That could have gone better. Frankie de Jong now booked. Okay. Right. Not going. I was hoping that would have really set us on the way, and we would be pushing and really going at them. I mean, we've had 7 shots, 4 on target. We're really doing well on the possession. We've got goals going in. Tadic has got another for Ajax. Naby Keita scored for Liverpool at Inter. Man City are 2-0 up now in Dortmund. We're going to have to go for a demand more here, because, I mean, this helps with the length of the video, unless the second half suddenly ends up being a classic. But this really isn't going well. All right, here we go. Let's get a second. Headed across. Dani Olmo. It's hit the bar. Oh, he was offside. Why? We've had 9 shots on goal, 4 on target, and you show us an offside one hitting the bar. Why? That's ridiculous. Assertively, you've played well, but there's still room for improvement. And then I'm going to go in. I'm going to just calmly say there's a lot more to come. That's better. Lots of green. They're looking happier. Lots of goals going in. Shakhtar winning. Ajax 3-0 up. Man City 3-0 up. That's a big result. Man City 3-0 up at Dortmund. That's a huge result. As Neto comes and claims, Ederson's still out at the minute, but he will be back very, very soon, I think. In fact, to be fair, I didn't check. He might have been fit for this game. I'm not sure. He could have been fit for this game. Never mind. It's good experience for Neto, even if he was. And Neto's a decent keeper. As Messi comes forward, and that is terrible. And again, really? Key highlights. And that's the highlight you show me. And now Messi is injured. Oh, God. Oh, we haven't got Suso on the bench. Right. Not sure what we're going to do there, then. Roberto to Ricardo. I could put Griezmann out there. Oh, as he gets through here, Griezmann to finish it. Oh, good save. And the old one-on-one bug strikes again. I haven't signed up to that beta thing that's going on. It was just, I'm not interested in that. When you're doing a series for YouTube, you can't. Yes, 2-0. You can't have a beta running that could go wrong like that. It's just. I know we have the beta at the start of the game, but one where they're fixing bugs and stuff. Yeah, no, I'm not interested. I'm surprised that's gone down as Griezmann's goal, because I suppose it was going in anyway, wasn't it? But yeah, big goal, 2-0. That's what we needed to see. I can now take Messi off. In fact, I'm going to have to go into the tactics screen to do this one, because I'm going to have to do some jiggery pokery here, I think. I could put Griezmann out there. I could just put Ansu Fati out there. I could put Griezmann out there and bring. Would he be all right out there? What if we? Who's it? It is going to suggest Ansu Fati, but what if I put Griezmann out there and then I brought Lautaro on, and that kind of kills 2 birds with 1 stone there, because it gives Lautaro a good run out, and Griezmann can play there. It might not be a natural position for him, but he can play there. And Piqué's going to hit that. Oh, good effort, Gerrard. Wasn't far wide at all. Yeah, and it gives Lautaro a good run out. Frankie de Jong is probably going to come off for Carlos Alenia as well, because he's been booked and we don't need him getting sent off now. Here is Lautaro. Oh, he's done well there. Played infield for Sergio Roberto and Griezmann, and Dani Olmo has scored, and it's 3-0, and we are now asserting our dominance and getting the goals that we should be getting. The scoreline now reflects the game. Brilliant play from Lautaro there. I don't know why he was out on the left wing, but it's really good play, and it's Dani Olmo in the centre forward position, and Bain in goal there. Should have done better with that, really. It kind of went straight through him, didn't it? And we're going to see the offside view of it, apparently, which, wasn't even close. And Dani Olmo, 6 goals for the season already. He has been fantastic. There's a highlight there. I think that's going wide. Oops, no, don't want to take Dani Olmo off. I want to take Frankie de Jong off. Why would I bring on Sergio Busquets in the advanced playmaker role? No, it's Carlos Alenia. Baines made a save there from a Griezmann free kick that we didn't really see. Apologies for that. Thiago's going to take the corner, and Carlos Alenia is on. That's a wicked delivery on the corner. It's cleared away. Sergio Roberto just 3-0 up. Just doesn't give up there, does he? I mean, he is desperate to keep that clean sheet, and Lautaro's in. Oh, why do I get excited on a one-on-one? It's been so long since we scored one. Shakhtar are 2-0 up now. Porto have scored in Lille. Liverpool 2-0 up. Naby Keita again. Wow. Right, let's go into the tactics screen. We've got one more change to make. Ricardo Pereira's not had a great game, and I'm wondering whether to just give Emerson 15 minutes here. Gives Pereira a rest as well, so he'll be ready for the weekend. And it gives Emerson a bit of game time, a bit of experience, and a bit of match fitness in his legs, which is what we need. This one's done. 21 shots on goal now. The possession is kind of slowed down a little bit, but I'm not too bothered about that. We've been dominant. Whoa. Why did Neto go long there? I mean, it's a good decision at the minute because Danny almost surging through, and it's a good save by Scott Bain. But that's the first time I've seen Neto go long on a goal kick. But it almost gave him an assist. Alenya, Roberto. Alenya again. Roberto, Alenya. It's Roberto. There are other players on the pitch, boys. Thiago, and here's Emerson. What the hell was that? Oh, what is wrong with this game? For the love of God, what is wrong with this game? I've just realised Ajax are smashing Juventus. 3-1 it is now in that game. Dani Olmo. We're going to get another one in stoppage time. Ooh. Don't let a goal in. Don't let a goal in. This is good for the goal difference, this one, if we win this 3-0. Played forward, and Griffiths. Oh, why did they score? Why did they score the one-on-ones? Lee Griffiths came off the bench and he's got his 12th of the season. That's so annoying. They score their one-on-ones. For Lee Griffiths of all scores a one-on-one. Yet we've got Messi and Griezmann and Lautaro, and we don't score ours. Ugh. Really disappointed not to keep the clean sheet there as well. Oh God, don't care about the offside camera. It wasn't offside clearly because you would have given it if it was. We've got another highlight though. Let's get our 3-goal lead back at least. Here's Griezmann, Olmo, Lautaro, get in the box. Griezmann's in the box. Oh. He's just missed the angle of post and bar. It's a good win. It could have been better. We should have won by more, but we will take the win. That is all that matters. We will take the win. A good win, boys. Well done. Let's have just a little look at the group before we head off to the Sevilla match. Stages, all groups. There we go. So obviously this is the Tuesday, so the other guys haven't played yet. So. Good win for Ajax against Juve because that keeps them in it there. It makes it tight, that group now. Liverpool in a good position. Inter and Porto look like they could be fighting it out for second. It's tight in our group as well now. If we can beat Arsenal at home, then we should probably win the group, to be fair. And fairly tight in Man City's group as well. That was a big win for them in Dortmund. It has to be said. Right, enough of that. Let's get Sevilla in the ground. Time then for this Sevilla match. We've had a few games already going on. Atletico Madrid got a resounding 4-0 win against Getafe. Real Madrid play after us, so we will catch up on those scores when we come in. In terms of past meetings with Sevilla, I don't do this enough. I should do this. We have had, massively high-scoring games. So we had a 0-0 draw at the Ramon Sanchez Pizjuan, and we then beat them 1-0 at home in the return game with Kimpembe getting a goal. Wouldn't surprise me if he scores today as well. Right. We have Hernandez. So good they named him twice, refereeing today. Leo Messi is out. He is out now for another couple of weeks, but it's international break, so it doesn't really matter after this game. Jordi Alba's picked up an injury as well. He's out with a hernia, so he's out for 3 to 4 weeks. Bruno Fernandes is on his way back, but, he will miss... he'll come back during the international break. Edison is back now. He came back to full training the day before this game, so that's going to be interesting. Suso is coming in for Messi. He is currently marked as wanted by Tottenham, which is bizarre because we're a long way out from the transfer window. So I will monitor that, and I would be accommodating. I would be amenable to him leaving because I kind of want Leon Bailey. I would be open to selling him. One change in midfield as well. I've just given Sergio Busquets a game because, he's a club legend. He's 32. He's still got 3 years left on his contract, so I can't upset him by leaving him out for too many games, really. He is in. We should be winning this one. Just looking at... I wish I hadn't looked at those past meetings now. I wish I hadn't looked at those. 1 goal in 2 games. I'm going to say I want to see a good display today. That's gone down well. How do you intend to seize the initiative against an opponent who like to dominate possession? We're better. We're just better than them. We're first in the form table. Yeah, whatever. As the leading scorers in La Liga. In the Liga. Are you looking forward to another? Yeah, of course we are. Oh, God, why do we need this many? Yeah, that's it. Fine. Right, away we go. It's the only game playing today, so we'll just have a look at the league table in between highlights. Jordi Alba's injury is a bit worrying, but again, the international break is after this match, so we're going to have plenty of time for players to get back. It's not a huge loss. As a big chance for Sevilla in the first minute or so, and Ricardo Pereira just smashes it into touch. Behind for a corner, actually. Good save from Ederson, though. A minute into his comeback, and he's made the save. Come on, Alvarez to Roque Messi. What was that? That was a horrible slide-in. Juan Jordan, Gomez. Will you just end this highlight? We are under the cosh from the start here. Alex Vidal. That's it. De Jong puts it out. We don't need to see the throw. That's fine. Happy days. Right. Ederson with the goal kick. He's gone long as well. What is going on all of a sudden with these long goal kicks? Sergio Roberto out to Suso. Lovely touch. Lovely pass out to Dani Olmo on form. Oh my God. That's a good start if you're going to see highlights like that. A draw at the minute puts us 4 points clear of Atletico. Real Madrid could go within 2 points for us, though. We need to win this game. We need to keep that pressure on. 8 wins from 8 would be fantastic at the start of this season. What's going... Whoa, what happened there? Didn't see the highlight there. I was trying to put a shout-out out, but I didn't do it in the end. Oh, Fat Slick again with the save. All of a sudden, we're piling shots in here. I didn't see what happened to lead to that corner. Suso, and headed over this time by PK. Right, we'll just drop a little... No, we won't, because we're suddenly seeing highlights here. 12.5 minutes in, Munoz lifts it forward, but it's a poor ball, and Cucurella. Dali's in possession and is caught, and whatever that was ridiculous. Again, with the strange highlights on... I mean, I would be upset if that was a highlight on Extended. I mean, I keep moaning about this pretty much every game, but key highlights are really, 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 really weird. Right, that was a perfect shout out. Demand More went down well. Theirs looks like it's been a get creative maybe, because they're all inspired. That seems to be what happens with either that or a praise possibly. But I don't know why you'd be praising them, because after the first minute they've done nothing. Right, half an hour in, we should really, looking at the stats, be in front. 50-50 on the possession. Right, show some passion here. Let's just try and kick them up the arse and get a goal before the break. It's not happening though, is it? It's really not happening. This is... I mean, 15 shots, 7 on target. This again, with the highlights. Why do we see some of the ones we see? Surely some of those would have been better. It's ridiculous. This is the problem with key highlights as well, isn't it? I mean, it's great for doing for editing and things like that. I mean, he's our new assistant manager. I didn't show you him, did I? Alessio Lisci is our new assistant manager as well. I'll show you him if I remember. He says we should be telling him the performance is disappointing. We've had 16 shots on goal. Yeah, I'm going to say it though. I am not happy. Yeah, only calmly. I've said it calmly because, 16 shots, 7 on target, but it doesn't matter. We're not seeing those highlights, so they're clearly not clear-cut chances. They're clearly not half chances, are they? They're probably shots from 35 yards that just don't matter because they just never go in. I really, I don't know what's going on here. We really seem to be struggling to break. I mean, we're having shots, but they must just be from miles out because we're just not seeing anything from them. We've got a couple of nervous... Why is Antoine Griezmann looking nervous? I'm going to take Dani Olmo off because he's having a shocker, and we're going to give just see if the pace of Ansu Fati has an impact. Going to bring Frankie de Jong off and just bring on Ricky Puig again and just see if just that little bit of youth does something. Here's de Jong with straight into a highlight. Ederson, why is it? Look at the rain. Wow. We're in October. It is absolutely smashing it down. Suso, Sergio Roberto. Suso again. Good overlap from Ricardo Pereira. And headed in! And Dani almost scores! Oh, and I'm just taking him off as well, aren't I? I might not go through with those changes now. It will give me the option, won't it? And now that Dani Olmo has scored, I might not take him off. I might still bring Ricky Puig on. As Ricardo Pereira, I think that's Ricardo Pereira's first assist in about 7 games as well. He got an assist no, I'm not going to go through with him now. He got an assist in like the first 3 games of the season, Ricardo Pereira. And that's his first one. Bang on, 7 games. Dani Olmo can stay on a bit now, but I am going to take Frankie de Jong off, and we are going to bring Ricky Puig on. And I am tempted to take Griezmann off, although he's looking composed now. I will leave it at that for now. We'll maybe make the other 2 in 10 minutes. Let's see. Maybe a little demand more, just to let them know that it's not, the game's not done. It's a long way from being over. I think that it went down well. It was all green, and we're on the attack again now in horrific conditions. Cucurella plays it in for Dani Olmo. He's going to break for Ricky Puig. Oh, he didn't get hold of it properly. Vashlik with the save. I mean, he's been brilliant for them, really, as well. He's made, 9 saves now. Here's Kimpembe to Cucurella. Lovely ball from Kimpembe to Olmo. He is so good on the ball, Dani Olmo. Suso, what a ball. Griezmann gives it to Ricardo. Crosses it in and headed over by Dani Olmo. And I think what we will do now is we will give Olmo a rest. I didn't want to take him off straight after the goal, but I do want to give Ansu Fati a run because he hasn't had a game for a little bit. And the only other one I really want to do is I do want to give Lautaro another game. Griezmann hasn't scored here. Nice bit of youth now. Lautaro, Ansu Fati, and of course Ricky Puig. Good bit of young enthusiasm and things like that. Oh, what a hit! What a hit from Dabour. It's 1-1, and that is ridiculous. Just look at those stats and tell me that that's a deserved scoreline. That's absolutely ridiculous. Lovely, lovely finish though. You cannot argue with that. What a ball in. Side-footed. Ederson had no chance. No clean sheet on his return to the team. And that I am not happy with. Show some passion. That's football though, isn't it? Doesn't matter what it says on the stats. It's that top left that matters. And it's 1-1. You don't get points for shots on goal. You get points for winning games. And that is one of those things we've got 15 minutes. We need to go and get the win. PK lifts it forward now, and Lautaro, he's in, he scores! Lautaro Martinez, what a finish, and it's an inspired substitution from the manager, and Lautaro Martinez has the goal. Ricardo Pereira plays it back, gets the pre-assist this time. Ball in from PK, no question of offside, and Vashlik's been brilliant, but he left far too much of a gap there, and Lautaro is far too good a striker not to find it. And that show some passion has gone through. It's frustrated PK, but it's fired up a lot of others. And all of a sudden, we're getting goals galore in a game with Sevilla. We only had 1 in the previous 2, and Ansu Fati should have done better there. He should have scored there, really. And all of a sudden, we've had 3 goals in this game now, so that's brought up the average. It's a big, big win for us, because Atletico won. Real Madrid are still to play. 8 wins from 8 would be fantastic. It would be brilliant, because don't forget, by match day 6 last season, we'd already lost twice, albeit to Atletico and Real Madrid. We didn't lose again that season, so we're now, assuming we don't let in 2 goals in 2 minutes to lose this game, we are now going to be unbeaten. It'll take it to 40. As Ricardo Pereira plays it in, and Lautaro puts the header just wide. Lautaro has signed off for international duty in a perfect way. He has looked very, very lively. He's done far more that we've seen than Griezmann did in his time on the pitch today. So he's justified his position coming on off the bench. Sergio Roberto here goes back to PK. Played forward again. Lautaro's going to chase that down. Oh, I thought for a second he was going to get there. Oh, it looked like he was going to get there for a second. But Vashlik just about did his job. Ricardo Pereira with the throw. It looks like we're going to see it. There might be something coming from this. Sergio Busquets, Pereira. Is the ref just going to blow up while we're hanging about down there? He is. We've won it. They made us work for it in the end. I mean, those stats suggest we should have won that by 5 or 6. We probably should have won that by 5 or 6. Ricardo Pereira's got the man of the match. That's interesting. Okay, that's fair enough. Well done. 32 shots from 52% possession. We're going to just say a good win. You can't say we got away with that because we had 32 shots on goal. On another day, we absolutely slaughtered them. So I'm really, really happy with that. We'll just get through. As I say, I can't remember who Real Madrid are playing. Who are they playing? They're at home to Espanyol. Our City rivals will do us a favour there, won't they? Good win for Real Sociedad there. They've just beaten Valencia by 3-0. A brace from Martin Ødegaard. Is he still on loan from Real Madrid? Is that a 2-year loan then? Wow. Really good player. Really good player. Right, let's see how Real Madrid have got on. They have won 3-1. Modric, 2 from Eden Hazard. Vargas had equalised for Espanyol. So, state of play there then. We are still 4 points clear. This really annoys me when we're 100% and we're only 4 points clear. That really, really frustrates me. But we're doing all right. I mean, 8 wins from 8. It literally does not get any better than that, does it? Right, let's have a look at the schedule then and see how we are looking going forward. My thoughts are that we're going to do these 4 games off camera and then probably come back and do Celta de Vigo and Olympiacos for the next episode because that'll be match day 4 in the Champions League. It'll be quite a big match day because obviously Arsenal will be playing their second game against Celtic. Then we'll do Villarreal off camera and then look at that. Real Madrid and Arsenal in one video. Doesn't get any bigger than that. And then depending on the state of the groups would then depend what we'd do because of course we've got Atletico Madrid coming up there as well. So if there was anything still to play for in the group stage, then we would probably do Atletico against Celtic. If not, then I might do Cadiz and Atletico and just do those 4 games in two videos because we've got to do the games against Real and Atletico. It's a shame that they're so close together, but it's just the way it's fallen. We kind of have to cover those games at the minute. That is the plan going forward anyway. Thank you very much for watching this, guys. We're still on course. We're still 8 from 8. We're still 100%. We've still only got that defeat at Arsenal. The only blot on the copybook at the minute. It's been a fabulous start to the season. Dani Olmo is becoming a superstar. We're not missing Messi too much at the minute, which is good. As I say, we've got the international break, so we should get Bruno Fernandes back. Messi and Alba should be very, very close as well by the time we come back. Obviously, by the time you guys come back, we could have had a massacre in the squad, couldn't we? We're playing 4 games off camera, so who knows what will have happened. Remember, as always, watch, like, share and subscribe. Thank you so much for commenting, for liking, for sharing, for subscribing, because, it all matters. It all helps new people find the channel, which is kind of the idea, isn't it? So, make sure you do keep doing everything. Jump in the comments, as always. Jump in the description as well. Follow me on Twitter, @GamerJamesFM, and I will see you very soon for big, big games against Celta Vigo and Olympiacos. Join me for it. See you then. Adios, amigos.